Hi, I'm Avery, and in today's video I just wanted to share some of my fall sewing plans. I can't say that I'm looking forward to the colder weather, but I am looking forward to sewing for the colder weather. So if you're interested in seeing what I have planned, just keep watching. The first pattern I want to sew up is a dress, and it is called the Harvest Moon Dress by GoldandSkye Patterns. It is a half button-up dress with long sleeves and two length options. One is just a gathered skirt, and the other option is for a tiered gathered skirt, and I'm not sure which length I want to do. I might do a combination of both, maybe two tiers. And the first fabric I'm going to use, this is going to be like a wearable toile version, and it is this sheet that I found thrifting the other day. And I don't have very many clothing items that are navy blue, but I think it's a really pretty color. So I found this, and I think this is going to look really good in that dress. It is, I think, a cotton poly, but it's very drapey and nice, and I think that's going to make a really good toile, wearable toile. And then for my final version, I have this fabric that I've been dying to use, and I got quite a bit of it. It was on a really good sale from Joann when they were closing, and it is this burnt orange, very fall type of fabric. I think it's a rayon, I'm not 100% sure, but let's see. There's a good idea of it. It's got pumpkins and leaves and all kinds of fall stuff, so I think this is going to look beautiful in that fabric, and that is my first plan. The second thing I want to make is a button-up shirt out of this thrifted tablecloth I got, which is really cool. I just envisioned a oversized button-up shirt as soon as I saw this fabric, and it kind of reminds me of like a art teacher back in the 90s or something like that, but I think it's going to look really cool. So here's the fabric one more time. And for that, I have two options. I've got the Butterick pattern B6916, but I think I'm more likely to do my second option, which is the Logan Shacket by Stylearc, and I already own both of those patterns. And I want it to be oversized, I want it to be comfortable, I want it to be something I can throw over either a tank top or a sweater depending on the weather, and wear it to like the pumpkin patch or something. And I want to find some specialty buttons for it. I'm thinking, like, I saw somewhere some wooden carved pumpkin buttons. I think those would look really cool, or something along those lines, just to give it that extra little bit of personality and customization. So I'm very excited for that. I'm probably going to sew that up soon so I can wear it all throughout the fall. The next project I want to work on is centered around this black corduroy fabric that I just found at the Habitat for Humanity Restore thrift store, and I think it's about 1.5 yards here, and I got it for just a few dollars. And I'm torn between two ideas. I was thinking a button front skirt, either short or long, I haven't decided yet, and for that I envisioned the Lennox woven skirt by Stylearc. And I think even if I don't decide to make that pattern out of this fabric, I think I'm still going to get that pattern because I could see myself making it out of a bunch of different material, denim, different things like that. So it's between that skirt, and then my sister suggested like an overall dress, which I thought, yeah, that'd be really cool with a sweater and tights and boots. And for that, I already have a pattern, M7831, Mccalls pattern. So I'm torn between those two ideas, but I definitely want to get this fabric used up in one of those. And I also have olive green corduroy that I got from Joann, and I got several yards of that like in their last couple of days of being open, so I got it for really cheap. And so I'm going to make something else out of that, but this black I just thought would match with so much in either of those two patterns. So I just have to decide which one I want to go with. For my next project, I want to make the Stylearc Hope dress, which is a 3/4 sleeve raglan style dress, and it has 2 length options. I'll probably do the longer one for the fall. And I have 2 options. They're both double gauze, and they're both colors that I love to wear. So the first option is this kind of purpley color, and the second option is olive green. And I love both of those colors. I love wearing them, and so I just have to decide between those two. I think is the Stylearc Besharl jacket, I think is how you say it. And they describe that as a shawl collared jacket with a fashionable robe style look. And what I like about this shawl style jacket is it doesn't go all the way to your wrist, so I think it'll be perfect for the transitioning months. And also those kinds of sleeves are great for working around the house and not getting your sleeves caught into things. And for that, I have this really nice sweater knit that I got from Joann's. It's this ivory color, and I have quite a bit of it. So I do want to make that out of this for a lighter option. And then I do have some thicker fabrics that I may want to make it again, like for the winter. But for the fall, I'm going to make it out of this. I also have this fabric in olive green. So I'm going to, I may make it out of that too if I end up liking it, just to have 2 options. But yeah, I love this. This is definitely going to be used. The next pattern I want to make is Simplicity 9644. I got this pattern last year and I just didn't have a chance to make it. I can't remember when it came out exactly, but it's a long sleeve knit dress with a cutout, 2 different size cutouts to choose from in the chest. And I am very excited to make that dress. And for it, I have this fabric. I fell in love with this fabric when I first saw it. It is a beautiful knit, black with brown and yellow type flowers, and then it's got some gold. I don't know if you can see that on camera. So I want to make that in this dress. The last thing I have planned with the fabric picked out and everything is the Gingko Pinafore by Madswick. And that is a really cool design dress where it has a bunch of different options on how you can tie it up for different looks. And I'm going to use this fabric. I got this from Mood. It has a light stretch to it. I can't remember if it's a twill or what it is, but I think this will look really cool in that pattern with like a sweater underneath and some boots, or any number of ways you could style it. And I think that will be just a fall staple that I will wear all the time. So that's all the fabrics that I have picked out with a pattern in mind. Other things that I want to make this fall there is a sweater by Vikisews called the Carol sweater. That's a drop shoulder design, and I love the way the neckline is bound. I've made it a couple times in French terry, and it's a perfect transition piece. And then also I have a lot of denim in my stash, and as well as that green corduroy, so I do want to get some pants made up. I'm thinking the oxbow pants, which I've made a couple times in the cropped length and the narrower leg version. I do want to try the wide leg version of those. And the Falconer pants, I'd also like to try the wide leg version. And I've also purchased the pattern for the Chanterelle pants by So Liberated. And I think those would be a great fall transitional pant because you don't make them out of super heavyweight material. But I think those would be really nice. Those are my definitive plans for the fall. I'm sure some things will be added, but hopefully I'll at least get these made up. I'm really looking forward to wearing these items. I want to have them in my wardrobe, so that is a great motivation to keep me on track. And I'm also planning on hand quilting a quilt for my best friend who is pregnant. She's not due until February, so I have some time, but I'm planning on making a little quilt, and I will sew the pieces together, but I'm going to quilt it by hand. So that's going to be a fun project and will take up quite a bit of my time. And so yeah, if you want to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check back next month for my monthly progress update. Thanks for watching.